Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking time out of your busy Gen Con. I hope that there are going to be some very exciting things from a couple of publishers that maybe you are excited to see. So I'm Joe. I am one of the owners of Allplay. We also have Ilya, the in charge of marketing at Druid City. Nick, who is one of the owners of Bitewing Games. And Peter Vaughn, the owner of Cardboard Alchemy. We have a lot of really cool, amazing things to show you today, and we're not going to take up too much of your time. So with that, I am going to hand it off to Ilya, who is going to talk about some of the cool things coming from Druid City.
Hello everybody, how's it going?
Hi.
Now, I'm Director of Marketing here at Druid City Games. James was supposed to be here, so I do have my phone because this is an impromptu presentation, so bear with me as we get through this. But who's familiar with our games? Can I get a show of hands? Amazing. If you're not, welcome to Druid City Games. We have been making games for about 10 years now, and our specialty really is making immersive experiences that you will remember at your table. Every game that we make, we're really incredibly proud of. It is one of those games that we want to form those core memories. We have heard so many stories of people playing Title Blades, creating those experiences where they can come back to them and really share them with their family and friends. Now, who here has played one of our games? How about 3 of our games? How about 5 of our games? How about all of these? Anyone here play all of these?
Yeah.
Well, not to say you're wrong, but there is a question mark right there. We have a 27 release that we're going to be talking about here today, which is going to be really, really exciting. But we'll kick it off with Wonderland's War Duel. So this is a game that is coming out later this year. One of the things that I will mention, and I want to make sure I get this right, is that we will never repackage our game and sell them as another skin. And I think this is a misconception of Wonderland's War Duel. It's just a 2-player Wonderland's War. Well, it is not. It is in fact a reimagined Wonderland's War experience using the DNA of our very close to top 100 BGG game. I think we're sitting at 132. We're getting there. But it is a 2-player experience and similar characters, but the mechanics of the game are quite different. It is a very tense experience, multiple win conditions. It's beautiful components, as always, and a lot of different player characters that you can play. It's not always the Queen versus Alice in Wonderland, and each of them have asymmetric abilities you're able to take on. There's a really neat card drafting mechanism, and we just got the PPC for this game. It was supposed to be here, but it is not, but that is okay. And we're really excited to show this off. It will be coming in later this fall, and we're really, really excited about this one as well. Now, another big ask with all the Wonderland's War fans has been, when are we going to see more? We want more characters, we want more in this game. Well, we do have our first big box expansion, which is the Caterpillar and White Queen expansion. Now, not only are there characters in this game, we also have asymmetric forge tracks to spice up your player boards, a solo mode, which I know many folks have been asking for, and there's an ability to transform previous playable characters into Wonderlandians if they're not being used as playable characters. So a little bit more to mix things up there. And of course, new ally sets as well, really spicing the game up, creating more opportunities for that really memorable experience. Now, of course, we'd love to see visuals. We have the White Queen. She will join the battle. She will have special supporters called chess pieces, which have special powers. She also has a very strong opening because she's a White Queen. She will draw a chip before anybody else. She gets to go first. So we're very thematic in that sense. And we also have the Caterpillar, which has been one of our playtesting most favorite character that we have played. Everyone has always wanted to play the Caterpillar. As soon as they've played it, they keep coming back to it. The Caterpillar adds a whole new concept in game called in Smoke, which all players can gain when they roll the shard dice. Smoke can be spent during battle to take special actions instead of drawing a chip. And of course, the Caterpillar's mastery of Smoke is a level above what other factions can manage. So that is the Caterpillar and that is the Queen. Now we just announced last week Tidal Blades 2, Wardian Sky. This is the expansion of one of the highest rated campaign games. We're extremely proud of the Rise of the Unfolders. And it adds 10 whole scenarios. I shall pause. Here's the beautiful cover. Let's take in the Mr. Cuddington art. You'll hear me say this again. I don't know how Mr. Cuddington is not a world-class animator of all sorts. We're extremely, really grateful to be working with them. They're very wonderful. But let's talk about some of the features of this game. We have new Archon dice. So these dice allow you more opportunity to customize and craft your experience throughout the game. You're going to collect tokens throughout your experience, and you'll be able to combine them into dice and cards, which customize your character, give you more opportunity throughout your adventure to grow and be a Tidal Blade once again. We also have 10 whole new scenarios, and each of the scenarios has a punch and a twist that you're going to want to come back to. I don't know if I'm allowed to share some of these things because I don't really remember, but there's in one of the scenarios, we have some jumping trees. So as you go into a certain space, you're going to be tossed across the board. So it's trying to navigate a lot of different unique factions within that game. Now, we also have a brand new hero, and that is Glyph. You can ride a giant heron, you can throw a Glyph sword, which is a new hero ability. So with the expansions, you will be starting from scratch. You will not carry your characters because they have evolved, they have grown, they have new abilities, but they have a new story that they have to go through. I will not do any more spoilers, but there's some exciting stuff in there. We'll be announcing more, and I'm going to take some moments and let's enjoy the art once again. Beautiful scene here. And as you can see, there's Glyph right there on the cliff because we're meeting them for the very first time in the first scenario. How exciting. And this one, of course. Just, let's take it in. Now, the exciting announcement, this is the very first time we are announcing this, is we do have some concept art of a new IP, new universe that we are building starting in 2027. Now, I have to make sure I don't say things I'm not allowed to say. IPs are the heart of what we do. If you have played any of our Tidal Blades games, you have seen the detail and every little thing that goes into our work. We are extremely proud of everything we do, and we're very meticulous. We really want to make sure everything is as detailed and perfect as it can be. And that's something we really pride our studio on. Our games are these deluxeified experiences. And this is the beginning of our next IP that we are currently working on. And it is a sneak peek. This one will be coming in the first half of next year. In this world, your explorers return to the surface after your people have spent an entire generation living underground. For the last 100 years, a mysterious celestial object known as the Dragon Star has been passing through the planet's orbit, draining the world's resources and fraying the boundary between your reality and others. Now, with the Dragon Star finally gone, it's time to venture back into the world that has become incredibly dangerous, mapping the unknown, reclaiming the surface, and rebuilding civilization from the ground up. Now, this is the heaviest Druid City games that we have done. And it is, for all those Euro lovers out there, you're gonna love this one. The sneak peeks of the mechanics I'll give you is there is a little bit of worker placement and a little bit of tile placement, but there is, as in many games nowadays, a mix of all these glorious mechanics that come together. But I don't have a name for you today, unfortunately, but we will have that very soon. And to learn more and to jump into all of that, feel free to join our newsletter. And because we will be doing updates really regularly, we're going to be wrapping up really quickly here because this is a universe we're really excited about and it's been in the works for many, many years. And much more to share about that. But that is Druid City Games, and thank you so much for having me here today.
Thank you so much. I know you have to run to another meeting, so I really appreciate the time that you were able to give us today.
Thank you, everybody.
That was some incredible announcements. I, for one, am very excited about getting to play more Tidal Blades 2 with my daughter, so that is really, really cool. The next person that is going to come up and present is actually a very good friend of mine, and Nick from Bitewing Games is going to share some very exciting things that they have been working on. So Nick.
Yes. Woo! Let's go. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys what we've been cooking up here. Like he said, I'm Nick. I'm the co-founder of Bitewing Games. So let's get into it, starting with our new releases here at Gen Con. So these are playable in Hall C. You don't need a ticket. You can just come to our table and sit down. You can find the table through the digital map. Just search Bitewing, and it'll show 2 locations: our booth where you can purchase games, and the Hall C demo table. So first one is Moitura. This is our most epic, ambitious 2-player Mythos game yet, where you are fighting for control of ancient Ireland, not only against another player, but against 3 clans that function as a 3rd player that scores points against you. So if you haven't tried this yet, it's a very unique area majority game. We also have paired with this Azure. This is a 2-player, very smooth, very quick playing abstract strategy game that's got a bit of a Splendor feel. Whereas you're placing your stones out, they are giving you a discount in their rows and columns as you tussle for control and the favor of these 4 auspicious beasts. We also have our brand new release with Reiner Knizia's Gold Country. This is a scintillating, speculating, prospecting game with a lot of stock market, shared incentive shenanigans going on. And finally, last but not least, we have one of our first major party games in Totally Human from Casper Lab. In this game, it's 15 minutes. Aliens have invaded Earth, and you are trying to escape as a human on a rocket ship because we're just giving up. These aliens are too good at blending in as humans and eating them. But the problem is these aliens also want to sneak on your rocket ship and eat you as you escape for their post-invasion snack. So the only way we can weed them out is through the power of multiple choice questions, because they don't understand human culture very well. So it's a really funny game, a lot of funny conversations. Definitely recommend you check these out if you get the chance. But Bitewing Games is known for a wide variety of titles and also some of our most popular lines, including our Crown Jewel Selection. Let's see if it comes up here. There we go. Crown Jewel Selection. These are classic gems that we have kind of dug up or found that just haven't seen life in the industry for usually several years, and kind of brought them back in exciting new ways. One of our most popular ones being Reiner Knizia's negotiation game, Zoo Vavis. A more recent one, Silos, as well as one of the ones I just mentioned, Gold Country. So these are games that we don't just reskin, but we often work with the designer to make it the most of its full potential with these games. We also have our travel line. These are games that are very approachable, games that you can play with anyone, anywhere, and are meant to be really easy to get to the table. And you'll recognize that a common thread of these is our travel case. So Trailblazers being one of our most popular ones, our very first one, that came out before our travel line was even a thing, but we figured why not keep it going with a newer release in Bombastic. This is a game that you can play 2 players on an airplane tray table. And it's just don't call out bombs too loud in there. Otherwise, it's a good time. And we also have our upcoming Arivada and Seagrass coming out. We have some games that straddle these lines as well, such as Reiner Knizia's Gazebo that came out just several months back. So these are 2 of the lines that we've come to be known for. But the real question and why you're here is what's next, right? And I'm excited to show you guys the next line in both our Crown Jewel and Travel Line selection. So the only way we're going to get this information out of me, though, is by playing a little game I like to call Name That Knizia. Here we go. So anybody can be a winner. Whoever guesses this is going to get one of the finest plushies in all of Gen Con, the Reiner Knizia plushie. And as I said, any of you can win, so whoever wants to call it out, you have a 1 in 834 chance of getting it, okay? So do we have any guesses yet? Any guesses? No? I'll give you a hint, okay? It uses dice. We're down to about 168 options now. Huh? Eureka? Wrong. That one's already coming out. Everyone knows about that. Come on, Alex. All right, here's another hint. According to the dice tower, all right, I know the dice tower's here. You're not allowed to guess. You are disqualified. Also, you already got one of these. You don't need one. So, According to the Dice Tower, this is the 9th best Knizia of all time when they did their top 100 list, okay?
Age of War.
Age of War, that's a good guess, but that's wrong. That's the 700th best Knizia of all time. I'm just kidding, if you like that, it's fine. It's a push your luck dice game. We're getting a lot closer. Huh?
I was saying good.
Oh. All right, last guess. This should be a good giveaway. According to Tom Vassell, this kills can't stop. Ooh. Call it out. Let's hear it.
Tom?
At this point, you should be allowed to guess.
Yeah, you can guess now.
Extra.
Extra, you got it. Extra, also known as Rapido. So let's see how far this Knizia Plus you can travel. All right. No, it's yours. All right, whoever wants it.
Dang, that was like bad.
This is Extra, also known as Escape, also known as Rapido. It's seen a lot of different versions. But as I just told you, we don't like to just reskin games. So take a look at this. Maybe.
Selling food now.
That's right. Escargot is going to be our next title in the travel line and in our crown jewel selection. So Escargot not only features a very portable, compact, and inviting presentation, but it also features a lot of changes. And one of the most exciting is the backside of the board is a very spicy track. So I'm excited to reveal more information about that soon. And while this game is a party, I can't say that it's the hottest party game, because that's going to be the next one we're going to talk about here, being Matchbox. Matchbox is a game for 2 to 10 players. It plays in about 20 minutes, and it's from Peter C. Hayward and Alex Cutler. You know them from Critter Kitchen. We're going to hear about from that publisher in a moment. And you also know Peter from Things and Rings from Allplay. So these are very experienced designers who are very talented in making amazing party games. This game features a striking cooperative memory game, more matchboxes, and 212 unique cards, featuring a lot of Matchbox artwork. So we're very excited to see this game coming together. We're working through the artwork of all these cards right now, but it's a super fun game. The moment that Kyle and I played it, we wanted to sign it instantly. So more on that later, but those two games are going to be launching together on an upcoming Kickstarter. But I'm excited to show you the big one for this Kickstarter, and it features city building, bag building, and Ian O'Toole artwork. This game is Downtown.
Like it.
So in Downtown, you are building your bag, you are drawing your tiles, and you are shaping the town, okay? This game is a phenomenal, heavy experience. It's one of our heavier games that we've put out, but it's also still very approachable. It's very easy to teach and get people into. Once they play through the first round, they're feeling pretty comfortable with the system. It's got a lot of unique mechanisms going on, and most importantly, it has a lot of really cool Ian O'Toole meeples. So we're very excited to share more about this game. These 3 games are going to be launching together on Kickstarter in Q4 of this year. So this project is already on Kickstarter, the pre-launch page, so you can follow it today and spread the word. But that is our 3-game Kickstarter coming in Q4, which we're very pumped for. Honestly, the more I think about 2027, the more that I realize this is going to be one of our biggest years ever. And it's not just thanks to these 3 games, but it's also thanks to the Kickstarter that we just had in our new solo line, the Table for One series, including Eureka, a Yahtzee-inspired campaign, as well as Rolling Deep, which is probably our most ambitious game yet. This is basically Balatro meets dice crafting meets art from the background artist of Cuphead. So just a really cool combination of some of my favorite things in gaming in general. And so our whole team is very excited about our 2027 lineup with these 5 games that I've just shown you guys. But the interesting thing here, beyond that, is that you don't even know the half of it. So take a look at this. That is right. 2 years played Party House.
Yeah.
Yes. UFO 50. This is a collection of indie video games called UFO 50. You can get it on Switch or on PC. Yep. Phenomenal collection of games. Party House is one of the most popular of them all, and it's inspired by deck building. If you don't know this, actually Party House and UFO 50 are developed by John Perry, the designer of Hot Streak, one of the best games that came out last year. We are so pumped to be working with John Perry on this. I personally grew up playing a lot of video games. I'm a huge video game fan and an indie game fan, so it's really an honor to be working on this huge for me, IP. But yeah, this is going to be, I don't know, I think one of the most exciting things. Yeah. So good. This is an award-winning indie video game. I'll happily be interrupted by Baba anytime. So yeah, we are very excited to be bringing you Baba Is You. This is another one of our most ambitious two-player games yet. It feels quite different from the video game, which is kind of a solo puzzle game, where at times you're just bashing your head against the wall trying to figure out these really wild puzzles. Baba Is You, the board game, is a Baba versus Kiki strategy game. And so Baba versus Kiki, they're trying to race to win the game and set up these crazy rules against each other to get the upper hand. And there's a whole campaign that you can play through, or you can play any of these worlds standalone with a single person in 1 hour. So you're not locked in with the same person across the giant campaign that's hard to get to the table. So whatever fits you best, that's Baba Is You. We're very excited to be launching these two games on September 15th on Kickstarter. This one is also, the pre-launch page is already live. You can follow this here. So yeah, overall, we are super pumped to be bringing these games to you guys. For as long as I can remember, I have this passion for play and a passion for board games. And so the fact that I can just funnel this passion into all these games and bring these to life, it's a dream come true for me, and I hope it's a blast for you guys. So thank you for checking it out.
Who's glad they came?
Yeah.
All right. A lot of really cool stuff. I'm going to bring up the next presenter, Peter Vaughn. Did we start talking about a year ago? Just about? Yeah. So I've known Peter for a while, but we started talking about Peter and Cardboard Alchemy working with Allplay and being a part of our partnership. And honestly, that was really exciting for me because Peter is somebody that I look up to in the industry in a way that like very few people can match. I feel like everything that this man does really elevates the board game industry across. So I'm going to go ahead and let's give a warm welcome to Peter.
I mean, I'm already blown away by the games that are shown. I'm just like, I'm super excited for this. This is the first time we're exhibiting at Gen Con, which is pretty fun. We, partnering with Allplay, we knew our games were going to be here, which is fantastic. Thank you for that, by the way. And we decided to just do something ridiculous at I don't know if you've seen the giant Flamecraft duels, but it's massive. It takes up the entire booth and you can play Flamecraft duels, which this is our 5th game that we've made as Cardboard Alchemy. We turned 5 last year and we have 5 games. As I was thinking about that number, I was like, I wonder how many games Allplay has. Joe, how many games does Allplay have?
75 as a Gen Con.
75 games. Wow, we gotta speed it up. So I thought we would come here and talk about games number 6 and 7, which for us is pretty big because it's talking about a big part of our catalog. So what I'm gonna do is, I actually came to Gen Con I told this to Tom Bassel, there was only 2 things I came here for. First, we came to win a Dice Tower Award, which we did for Critter Kitchen for Best Art. And then the second thing was to show trailers for our next games. So I'm gonna show you, now Whisperwood is launching in 11 days. That feels really close, let me just tell you, but let me show you what Whisperwood is like.
Enter Whisperwood, a magical forest lost long ago. The water is murky, the air is thick and hazy, and the land is corrupted to the core. Ancient gods once protected Whisperwood, guardians with secrets to discover. You are a powerful druid, closely tied to nature and skilled in restoration. Cast spells, transmute energy, inscribe runes, call all manner of wildlife and fae to you, and discover the power of a whisper. Whisperwood from Cardboard Alchemy, designed by Brad Brooks, Erin McDonald, and Christian Strain. Art by Sergio Chavez and Sundara Tang.
And so Whisperwood, like I said, is coming in 11 days. It is a bag builder. It's our heaviest game yet. So I've started with Duels, which is our lightest game that we've ever made, although certainly not a small feat from production-wise. But this is the biggest thing we've ever attempted. And with Andromeda's Edge in our catalog, that is saying something. So really excited because Brad Brooks is my co-founder at Cardboard Alchemy. And we joked around when Sergio Chavez basically had this golem that we're like, let's make a back builder with that. And we joked about it on a stream, and then Chris Strain said, I want to play that. I want to play that bag builder. We're like, I was just joking about it. But he said, no, seriously, I want to play that bag builder. So we started making it with Chris Strain and Erin McDonald. We're all huge fans of Altiplano. And we were like, we can make this epic thing. And because we believe in component upgrades at Cardboard Alchemy, we were like, we could also make that the golems would light up, because why not, right? Absolutely. So there'll be 3 different tiers. You can actually get the standard game with dual layer cardboard and wooden meeples that are fantastic, but you could then add game trays, or you could go for light and minis if you're into that kind of thing. With that being said, though, this is our next one. It's hard to believe that the next one could be even bigger than that. But we are doing our most ambitious Kickstarter following this one, which is the sequel to Flamecraft. And I've been waiting to talk about this one forever. We've been working on a cooperative adventure where the dragons are going to go out and find out what's outside of town, because they've been running around that town for a while. And I was talking about this with Jason, Easy Cat, and he saw like a poster, and he's like, "Is this happening?" And I was like, at the time, I wasn't sure it was happening. I was like, no. I don't know if this is happening. It might be happening. We might be doing it. And so it felt fitting to talk to Jason about revealing it at Gen Con. So that's what we're going to do next.
Well, I guess I'll move to the Draco Bell. Again and again, over and over, game after game, until life slowly starts to feel like one big Draco Bell revolving door. Listen, you know I love Flamecraft, we all do. Except for maybe that guy. He looks like a hater. But after literally hundreds of playthroughs, I just start to wish. I want to be a dragon. Let me be a dragon. In fact, I want us all to be dragons together. And I want us to break free of this town we've been building for literal years. Let me see what's beyond its walls. You know what? That's what I wish for. I wish for us to all be dragons together and leave this town behind and go out on an adventure to see the world.
Not far from their cozy little town, the dragons have discovered ancient secrets of legends lost and mysteries forgotten. The puzzle of their origins calls the dragons into the wilderness. The artisan dragons will work together. Friends will be met. Challenges overcome. And answers shall be revealed. Flamebound. Coming to Kickstarter 2027 from Cardboard Alchemy with designer Manny Vega and art by Sandara Tang.
So a lot of our fans are asking for cooperative play. I didn't realize how big that was. I mean, it's a lot of people asking for cooperative play because it feels really weird to compete against the other dragons. So instead we've made these chapters that you're going to play, and you're going to try and defeat the challenges together. You're going to need all of your wits, all of the different dragon abilities, because you're going to try and win against these challenges and then unlock things. There's going to be critter collection. You can see some of the critters in the cover. There's brand new dragons that they're going to find. There's the elder dragons that they're going to find where they came from. And then it's a dice roller, and there's dragon selection. Just like in Flamecraft, you're going to choose which spot you want to go out to. You can do the adventure, you can meet the elder, or you can go into the village. So there's going to be a lot of fun things coming for that one. That is our 2027 game. So that's it. Just pleased to be here. Thank you all.
Trying to see if there's a way I can hold this so I can look at my phone too. How do you follow that? It's pretty amazing. We work with some really amazing people, so it's awesome. I gotta announce some stuff now.
Yeah.
Allplay has been making games for a long time. We make games in 3 distinct box sizes, and we sell them for the same consistent price points. Our games are generally family-friendly, accessible, and often a little quirky. We've gotten pretty good at it. We've been publishing games for 8 years. In the last 5 years, we've gone from 8 published games to over 75 released to market. Over the years, we've started stretching the boundaries of what being an all-play game actually means. Here at Gen Con, some of our new releases feature ideas that even 3 years ago seemed hard to imagine all-play doing. Mountain Goat's Legacy, where we have taken our best-selling filler game that has sold hundreds of thousands of copies and built an incredible narrative campaign with new and exciting adventures in each play that the entire family can enjoy. Also, Enchanted Ivy, our first solo-only experience that features a whimsical Studio Ghibli-inspired world where you run an enchanted bed and breakfast that contains 10 puzzly chapters with unlockable secrets and infinite replayability for only $20. And Container, an economic rail game brought back for a modern gaming audience, with complex and deep gameplay where players shape the economy or watch it burn to the ground, all for a $40 price point. And at Allplay, we want to keep pushing the boundaries of the types of games that we make and the type of gamers that we make games for. We want the Allplay brand that people know and love to continue to grow into the future. But we also feel that the Allplay name is very strongly associated with our core line of board games, their distinct box sizes, and their consistent price points. So today, we are going to unveil something new. 3 new lines of product that you will see coming from us in the future. People may not know this, but Chad and I, the 2 people running Allplay, love heavy, economic, and deeply strategic games. That's one of the main reasons we pursued Container, and we're so passionate about bringing it back to the market. Some of our favorite games include Age of Steam, Indonesia, Roads and Boats, and another one that we'll talk about in a minute. The first line I would like to introduce you to is the Allplay Masterworks line. The Masterworks line will represent the pinnacle of heavy Euro game design with engaging systems, deep gameplay, and a masterful eye to components and graphic design. And that reminds me, we have a very special partner working with us on this line who would like to say hello.
Hi everyone, I'm Ian O'Toole, and I'm sorry I couldn't join you all today, but I'm home in sunny Ireland at the moment. I'm really excited to be able to share with you all that I'm going to be working very closely with the folks at Allplay on curating a new line of heavy strategy games called Masterworks. Starting with one that I am super excited about, but I can't reveal to you just yet. I've been working on heavy strategy Euro games for about a decade now, on titles such as Galactic Cruise, Speakeasy, On Mars, and Voidfall. I really enjoy the challenge of making these intricate games not only more easily understood for players, but also more thematic and visually appealing. My partnership with Allplay will give me the opportunity to really lift this to the next level, and I'm very excited about that. This range of games will not only see me creating the artwork and graphic design for each game, but also having a hand in actually selecting the titles for the range and being deeply involved during the development process. This will ensure that each title is given the attention it deserves and really satisfies our vision to create a definitive line of heavy strategy Euro games. Myself and the team at Allplay have been searching for the right project to work on for many years now, and the Masterworks line gives us the opportunity to really bring players a curated collection of excellent titles. I'm very excited about what we have in store, and I hope you all are too. Enjoy the rest of the show.
We know that with Allplay's passion, partnered with Ian O'Toole's expertise, we are going to introduce a line of games that even the most hardcore gamers will be eagerly anticipating. Not every game will be a reprint. In fact, most of the games will be brand new. But we will only release one per year because we really want to seek out the best, absolute highest tier of Eurogame for this line. So we'd like to unveil the first game in the Masterworks line. Any guesses? Anyone?
Extra.
We are partnering with GMT Games for the debut games in the Masterworks line to be Dominant Species. A new version for a new era brought to life with amazing art and graphic design by Ian O'Toole. Dominant Species has always been a masterwork in our opinion. It's brutally interactive, elegantly minimalist, easy to learn, yet astonishingly deep. Designs like Dominant Species have become incredibly rare, and we believe with the amount of growth in the gaming space that there are a massive amount of fans of heavy Euros that have never been introduced to Dominant Species. There are a lot of things that we want to share and we're excited to, but for right now, the most exciting thing is to announce that while the main game will remain 100% mechanically unchanged, that we have partnered with David Turtsey to implement an amazing Automa mode to engage players for a solo experience or add a more dynamic interaction to their two-player games. So Dominant Species will be coming from Allplay next year. We got more of these. Our next line exists because some stories are too big to be contained by our standard boxes. When this happens, we're sometimes forced to either constrain ourselves or create something truly epic. The Epics line is home for unforgettable adventures, massive empires, sweeping worlds, and games where your choices matter. Your world evolves and every session becomes another chapter in a story that only your group can tell. These aren't games about adding more rules or making games more complicated. They're about creating moments that you're never going to forget. Last year, we launched Sail Legacy, a massive and ambitious project, and it taught us a lot. We asked ourselves, what if you could charter your own ship, recruit a crew of unforgettable characters, chart a course across a sea filled with danger and discovery? What if you could shape your own journey? Sail Legacy features over 35 unique missions, hundreds of possible upgrades for your ship and crew, dozens of enemies, massive amounts of player agency and choice, and so many branching paths that we guarantee that when your voyage ends, no two games of Sail Legacy will tell the same story. Sail Legacy will be the first title released to market under the Allplay Epics brand. And as we're getting close to the printing of this game and seeing just how incredible this story has become, we have opened our eyes to a more immersive gaming experience, and we're ready for our next epic adventure. Crash Landed is unlike anything we've ever created. It's a campaign told across 3 sweeping arcs, where every discovery and every interaction with this incredible world shapes your journey ahead. You'll explore breathtaking alien landscapes, cultivate strange new crops, fish in mysterious waters, and integrate alien tech into your tools, and slowly transform a desperate campsite into a thriving settlement. But every day brings new challenges, and you'll have to not only grow, but defend your homestead. The choices you make will unlock new possibilities throughout the campaign as you grow from desperate survivors into pioneers of a world unlike anything you've ever known. We aren't ready to reveal everything just yet, but this is what we can tell you. Crash Landed captures the desperation of the Martian, the breathtaking wonder of Scavenger's Reign, and the cozy satisfaction of building a life that you'll find in Stardew Valley. It's a game about exploration, resilience, and ultimately survival. Sometimes the greatest adventures start with losing everything. We got another one. For a long time, we've wanted to start creating games that are uniquely tailored for fans. Sometimes this might mean working with a popular franchise or IP, and sometimes it means an idea. An idea for a particular fandom that we want to build something amazing for. These ideas will be housed under our new line, Allplay Creations. Allplay Creations is all about bringing the industry's best designers and artists together with a shared vision of creating a product specifically for fans and gamers. Our first launch in this new line will be Have a Magical Day, where John D. Clare, Robert Hovakimian, and Eric Hibbler, along with Allplay, are creating an amazing game where the goal is not to build a theme park, but to plan your trip to a destination theme park resort and work to have the most magical experience. You'll plan out the best times for the thrill rides and what family members will go, while others shop for the perfect souvenir. You'll get the best seats for the parade or avoid it altogether and enjoy short wait times on other attractions. You'll utilize as much time as possible fueling up on quick service snacks or take time to really recharge at a memorable dining experience. You'll meet fun, fantastical characters and earn their special benefits, and you'll see whose trip is the most magical when the fireworks conclude. We look forward to bringing this and many more to your table very soon. This may seem like a lot of games that are uniquely different to what Allplay has done in the past. We've shown you games that are bigger and more ambitious and unlike anything that we've released before. And while Allplay will be growing, there is one thing that will never change. We will continue to make elegant, approachable strategy games that have always defined who we are. In fact, today we're going to be unveiling our next big release from the core Allplay line. Over the years, we've had the incredible privilege of working with Dr. Reiner Knizia on some of the most celebrated games in modern board gaming, including High Society and Through the Desert. As the partnership has grown, we've often found ourselves asking one question: what comes after a classic? A successor. Working closely with Reiner, we've created an entirely new game inspired by everything players love about Through the Desert, while introducing fresh decisions, new possibilities, and an entirely new strategic landscape. One of the reasons Through the Desert has become a modern classic is its incredible elegance. The rules can be explained in just 1 second. On your turn, place 2 camels. That's it. And yet those 2 camels create an astonishing number of meaningful decisions. Do you expand your territory? Do you cut your opponent off? Do you race for valuable terrain? Or do you sacrifice now and create opportunities in the future several turns away? Through the Mountains follows the same philosophy: simple decisions, endless possibilities. This isn't Through the Desert with a different setting, and it's not just a collection of new maps. It's an entirely new decision that captures the elegance, tension, and accessibility of the original, while inviting players to rediscover that feeling all over again. We can't wait for longtime fans to experience those familiar moments and realize that they're playing something entirely new. Don't worry, you're still going to place 2 yaks per turn. And lastly, we will share that our hottest game at Gen Con, Enchanted Ivy, which has sold over 1,000 copies here already at the show. We have big plans for this franchise and its future. And much more is on the horizon. And we will be sharing much more time with Ivy and her enchanting adventures as time will continue. But just know that Enchanted Ivy is not going to be a one and done game. Enchanted Ivy is going to be a franchise that we are going to support long into the future. We believe that Enchanted Ivy is one of Allplay's best games. The love, the care, and the attention that the designers, the artists, the developers, the story writers, and the world builders have put into every single square millimeter of these products is amazing. And I am so excited to get to share more Enchanted Ivy with all of you in the future. So please, if you have not, go pick up the core box here, because you're not going to want to miss it when everything else is coming to market. Thank you so much. When Allplay began, we had a simple mission: get more people around the table. And over the years, that mission has never changed. But what has changed is our understanding of just how many different ways people have come together to play. There are some QR codes for you if you would like to follow along with these campaigns and spread the word. But for now, we have some time at the end, so we're going to do just a little bit of Q&A. Me, Peter, Nick, we're all here. If anybody has any questions about any of the product that was announced, we can absolutely do our best to try to answer any questions that you might have, if anybody has a question.